Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and today I am going to be showing you guys the top 5 best mortar decks I've gone through. I've kind of waited to see what the meta is going to look like, and so I'm going to be showing you guys the top 5 best decks. That was a crazy Goblin Barrel off the start there. I think that guy had a bit of a misplay there, so we will get the Mortar lock, and we'll get a tiny bit of damage, but this guy's cycle is going to be so incredibly quick that it's going to be really hard to kind of punish this guy fully. And now, for our first deck, we're going to be using kind of something very similar to Mortarbait. It's a much more spammy deck, but we're not going to be using Evo Skeleton Barrel. We're going to be using Evo Skarmy, and I'm going to show you guys a little trick that you can sometimes get away with the Evo Skarmy. Now, this guy, he's going to play super aggressive here, so I think honestly for the first minute we're probably just going to have to play a little bit more defensive here. It's good that the Skeleton King will kind of get that Berserker low for us, but we'll probably still have to play something to help take some stuff out if he plays anything behind it. And then my entire goal here for the start of the match is honestly just cycling to my Evos, not playing too aggressive, and just kind of defending anything he throws at us. The Goblin Barrel, that's completely fine. He went for the Vines, that was a little bit aggressive, so I'm going to go for the Mortar, but I'm not going to try to predict anything. Let's just stick with the Mortar. And then we're really lucky actually that the Dark Goblin got taken out there, so we can just play our minions here. And then there's not really a point in playing a Miner with that, because it's going to be pretty easy for him to deal with that. With the Ice Spirit plus a Fire Spirit or whatever he wants to do. So I'm just going to let that go. And then I think probably our best play is going to be splitting our Skarmy right here. And when we have our Evo Skarmy, if you split it like that and then you play the Skeleton King in front of, I don't know, the guard or whatever the head skeleton army dude's name is. I actually have no clue what his name is, but if you play that in front of it and they don't have arrows, it's very difficult for your opponent to defend. So we definitely want to take advantage of that. And then I'm going to arrows on this side here, and then he will get some damage onto that opposite side, but that's okay. I'm honestly actually quite happy that we didn't take more damage than that for his Evil Goblin Barrel, so we definitely are okay here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my Skarmy right here, my Skeleton King right here. Then let's go ahead, let's play our Skarmy right behind it, and that's going to slow it down a little bit, so then the skeletons on the opposite lane can get a tiny bit more value as they walk forward, because we can keep the guard alive much longer. And then let's go ahead, let's get the cannon right here. He's going to use his vines to take it out, so that's completely okay because that's a lot of elixir. We're going to back this side up a little bit more now, and then let's just get some minions down on this side. We should be able to get a lock pretty soon here. We do get the Mortar lock, that's amazing, so we're going to get some good damage there. I'm going to go for the Skarmy at the bridge here. That was probably a mistake actually, because he's going to just play a Valkyrie on top of that, but at least we are keeping the pressure up on this guy. The skeletons are getting pretty close. He's going to play the Berserker, so actually that worked out really well for us. Let's go ahead, let's get the cannon cart down right here. Now I'm just going to use my Mortar to pull those wall breakers. We can just play the arrows right here, and the cannon cart is going to kind of slowly push up for us, which is really good. So we've got some good elixir down, and we're going to kind of, you know, generate a push. I can go for the Dark Goblin right here. Let's go ahead and Skarmy just in case he tries to play those vines and make sure that that doesn't get through. And then I'm going to actually start my Skeleton King in the back. We're going to charge that ability up with this slow push here. And then Dark Goblin will get some great value. Let's go ahead, let's get the cannon cart right here, and then he's going to play the wall breakers. I'm actually just going to use my arrows right here to be safe and kind of take all of that out. And then let's go ahead, let's get the minions behind, and he's going to play the Evo Valk, so let's go for a Miner on the tower, try to get some chip damage there. One minion might get on the tower, doesn't look like it will. That's okay though, because we have the Miner getting some really good chip damage here. And then I'm actually going to just split my Skarmy again in case he tries to go for an Evo Barrel. We can play the Dark Goblin right here, so that's going to be good for us. Let's just get a Skeleton King right here to take that out. And then that was a bit of an aggressive vines there for him to play, so you know, I'm not really that worried about that. Play the Mortar here. Let's go for another Miner on the tower as we can start to chip this guy down, and that should be enough damage for us here, or it should be about to be enough damage. And then, okay, what do I want to do? I don't want to cycle my arrows quite yet, just because that might be a bit of a mistake. So I'll play my cannon cart right here. Let's get the Dark Goblin down, and then let's go ahead, let's get the Skeleton King right here. I'm going to let those wall breakers connect. It's not a big deal if they do. He's going to play the vines. That's going to be a lot of damage, but that's okay because I can just play the Miner right here on the tower. Let's go for the prediction arrows as well to catch anything, and that's going to be a win. So let's give him a good game. Pretty close match for our first matchup. Alright guys, for our next deck, we're actually going to be running a Miner Poison deck, because I have had a lot of people asking me about if there is a Miner Poison deck, and if they, you know, if that's still meta and everything. So we're going to be playing that. He's going to play the cannon cart up high, so I'm just going to play a high musketeer. I kind of want to get rid of that cannon cart's shield so that he can't really do anything with it, and then I'll leave it at that. We have a lot of DPS with our Mighty Miner, so defending is a little bit easier. And so that musketeer, you know, in another Mortar deck, I'd be holding on to my musketeer every chance I get, but because we have Mighty Miner, we have a little bit more ability to use it. And then the Mighty Miner is going to go across. We'll wait and see if we want to pop that ability. It's often going to be valuable to pop it just for the damage that you can get on a card. So you'll see there the E-Wiz is half elixir, and then I can just use my skeletons or my Barb Barrel to counter it. I'll start these skeletons in the back here just because I can't really surround it, and then I'm going to go ahead and poison. I know I poisoned early, but I just hate wasting elixir, so I don't know if that's the right play or not. It's just kind of personal preference, and we're up against, whoa, hold up. I think he's probably going to have a NATO in this deck, so I think we're up against something very similar to Hog Xe NATO, but we will defend that pretty easily, so that's good. And then let's just go ahead and let's just play the Mortar again, because he went pretty aggressive there, so we might get away with that. He's gonna have to play the Hog. I'm okay with that because I can just play my skeletons, and then that plus the tower should be enough to get that Hog Rider down, or maybe it might get one hit, and that's okay if it does. I think I'm better off holding on to my other cards here. And when you're playing Minor Poison, especially with Mortar, I like to wait to use my Minor Poisons until at least double elixir, so I'm not going to be spamming a Minor and then playing a poison in single elixir, because it's not going to be a ton of damage, and your whole point is to just chip your opponent down. You want to get those slow wins. So I'm going to hold off on doing that. I will play my Evil Musketeer there though, and then let's go ahead and let's play the Evil Mortar, and then he's going to have to kite further back, so he's not going to be able to get it. Whoa, holy crap, okay, that's a little bit crazy. Let's go ahead and let's just Barb Barrel right here, and then okay, let's go ahead, let's get another Mortar down, or another Musketeer down here. Sorry, just to keep that Mortar alive, keep that pressure up on this guy, and then I'm going to go ahead and get a Miner on the tower. We aren't going to get the Musketeer to stay alive, but that's okay. And then he's going to go for an E-Wiz, so now I'm going to poison on that, I think, just to get rid of it, get some more chip damage, and then we're going to hold off if he goes for a Hog Rider or anything. Now I'll go for the Mortar. He's probably going to go for a Cannon card if I had to guess, so it's actually, oh, okay, he's going to go for the Recruits, so that actually works out quite well for us, because I can just play my Mighty Miner right here. We've got the Musketeer firing onto the Recruits, which is good. Let's go ahead, let's Barb Barrel right here, and then we're going to take a bit of damage from that Hog Rider, unfortunately, but that's actually okay because I can just play the Mortar right here. We honestly didn't even take that much. And then I'm going to go for the Evil Musketeer right here onto that Cannon cart, so we're going to take that out, plus our other Musketeer. And now we're locked on the tower. Let's go ahead and get a Miner there, as well as an Ice Spirit. Keep that E-Wiz from locking onto the Mortar, and then we are going to protect that. Let's get another Mighty Miner down here just to get that DPS going. We got another Mortar shot, which is good. Let's get an Evil Mortar down here, but that's going to be enough damage for us to literally Minor Poison cycle if he defends this. So I'm going to go for a Miner on the tower right here, and then let's just go for the poison, and that's going to be a win. So let's give him a good game, let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into our next deck. Alright, you guys, for our next deck we are going to be basically using Mortarbait, but it's just, you know, there's a couple substitutions, but it's very similar to Mortarbait. So we are going to be using Skeleton Barrel. We've got Berserker, and we're using that instead of Knight, which you would see in traditional Mortarbait, and then we have Berserker instead of we have Berserker instead of Knight, and then we have Cannon card instead of Musketeer. I really confused myself for a second there. I thought I was saying something different, but we got there in the end, and so that's what we're using. It's very similar to Mortarbait, just a tiny bit different. And with this deck, you want to play it a lot more spammy. I actually think we're up against the exact same deck, so that's kind of crazy. Let's go ahead, let's play the Mortar right here, because he used the Mortar to pull that Skeleton Barrel, and that's going to be a lot of elixir for this guy to use there. And so we do have the Mortar lock, and our Cannon cart should hopefully take out his Cannon cart. That's crazy that it didn't, but we do get the Barb Barrel to stop it. That one Spear Goblin is going to get our Mortar down, unfortunately, so we won't get as many Mortar shots as I would like, but we do have a lot of damage there to start, and I can just use my Ice Wiz to counter the Skeleton Barrel. And honestly, if you guys haven't used Ice Wiz before, I'm sure you guys have, I'm sure you guys are much better, but be careful playing it, because it's not like Log, where if you play the Ice Wiz, you know, a second early, it'll take it out. You have to be exactly like the Skeleton Barrel has to be on the ground before you play it, or else it'll be too early. I make that mistake like literally once a week, probably once a day, honestly. So, you know, make sure you're better than me and don't make that mistake. Now, because he started the Ice Wiz in the back, I'm gonna go for a Cannon cart. I'm a little bit confused why he hasn't played a Barb Barrel yet, so I'm wondering if he's running what's it called? I'm wondering if he's not actually running Barb Barrel in this deck. I'm wondering if he has like a substitution. He's gonna play the Evil Skeleton Barrel. Okay, what do I want to do here? It's good because the skeletons are going to get delayed, and then we can just play the Ice Wiz, and then I'm going to go for my Evil Skeleton Barrel right here. There's his Barb Barrel. Okay, so there it finally is, but the Skeleton Barrel should get on the tower. I did not mean to play my Berserker there, but we'll get a lot of death damage there. He'll get the Ice Wiz down. That's completely okay. We got like 600 or 700 damage there just off of that one Skeleton Barrel, and then the Berserker is actually going to get on the tower, so the accidental Berserker play apparently was meta. And then I'm going to play the Cannon cart right here on this side, And let's go ahead, let's play the Mortar now that he started his cannon cart in the back. I'm going to play my Goblin Gang to keep this alive. He's going to go ahead and play the Evil Mortar. So I don't think we're going to get any damage out of our Evil Mortar, but we forced him to play his defensively. So, you know, we can't really generate any offense in this matchup right now. And now I'm going to start my Berserker in the back here. Let's go ahead, let's get a cannon cart down. We just want to prepare for defense, to be honest with you guys. And then I'm going to use my Barb Barrel to counter this. He's going to go ahead and play a cannon cart at the bridge. Let's just go ahead and play a Goblin Gang, see if we can force out another counter. And then that was the worst fireball of my life, but it still worked out, so that's good. And then let's go ahead, let's just get an Ice Wizard down right here now that his Mortar locked onto my cannon cart. And then I'm just going to play another cannon cart here. We're kind of playing defense a little bit, but that's okay, just because you know, we don't want to over defend. We don't want to try to push and take the advantage quite yet. We have control of this game still, and that's kind of all that matters. And now that we just defended, now I'm going to go for the Mortar and kind of change the pace of the game. So then I'll go for the Skeleton Barrel here as well, just to get that going. And then his Mortar will most likely take out my Mortar, but that's okay. I'll get rid of his Ice Wiz just to keep that pressure up on him. And he's going to go ahead, he's going to do that. Let's go ahead, let's get the, oh my gosh, I did not mean to play the Ice Wiz there. That was a mistake. Let's go ahead, let's Barb Barrel on that. And then he will get a tiny bit of damage, so honestly, well played to him. Let's go ahead, let's get a defensive Mortar down here. And then, what do I want to do? Okay, he's going to play the Fireball there. That's actually kind of okay, because I can just go ahead and play my Skeleton Barrel now. I'll probably play a defensive Mortar if I had to guess, and then I'm just going to Fireball right here and take that out. And then he used his Barb Barrel, so let's go ahead, let's get the cannon cart down right here, and then let's get a Goblin Gang down as well now that his cannon cart is locked on. Let's go ahead, let's play the Barb Barrel right here, and then let's just play the Berserker to kite everything. And then I'm going to go ahead and just play an Ice Wizard here to kind of help defend. We're not too worried about that Mortar. Let's go ahead, let's get our cannon cart down right here. That should take out the Evil Mortar, and then he will get a Skeleton Barrel onto the tower there. That's okay. Let's go ahead and let's play our offensive Mortar now, because we're pressing the advantage. We've got the counter push going into the opposite lane. Let's go ahead and get a Berserker down on this side. He's probably going to go for that Barb Barrel pretty soon, so I'll go for the Goblin Gang right after. There's the Barb Barrel, so now I'll Goblin Gang, and I think we've got him here. We do get the Mortar lock there. That is beautiful, and we are going to get the win. And that's a really good example of just playing defense until you get control of the match. Let's give him a good game, give him a good luck, and let's go on to next. For our next deck, we are going to be running Classic Mortar, and honestly, I did not expect to see Classic Mortar back in the meta, so it is a very welcome surprise. You know, I'm very happy with that. This guy is trying to starting hand me right now, and honestly, I've noticed this season is crazy with some of the diabolical decks that I've gone against. I went against an E-Golem P.E.K.K.A. Mega Knight deck. Like, what is up with something like that? But he tried to go for the starting hand. Not gonna work out, sorry brother. And then you know, we're gonna kind of chill out. And the biggest thing with this deck, guys, is honestly, like, half your matches you can win literally off rocket cycling, so don't play too aggressive, just kind of chill out for a little bit, play it safe, and make sure that you don't take too much damage. And another thing as well is make sure you split those Evo Archers behind your King Tower, and make sure you split your Archers in general behind the King Tower. You have to do that. You are going to get punished if you don't, so you do have to be very careful with that. Now we'll defend that. I'm not going to try to go for a Mortar here. I don't think that's going to be the right play. I think this guy has Balloon in his deck, so we need to be a little bit careful of that and just aware of it. I'm gonna cycle my log right there. Yeah, okay, there's the Balloon. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's play our Evil Archers, because I doubt that he has arrows if he's running Balloon like this. And in this deck, I think he has Snowball plus Freeze, or Snowball plus Tornado and Freeze. So you know, I don't think we have to worry too much about our Archers right, at least yet. We do need to be careful. We need to make sure that we're not giving him freeze value on the Archers, but you know, right now we're okay. Got some good damage on that tower there, and I think I might use my log to cycle when I need to. Like, we're up in quite a bit of elixir there, but you know, just cycling my log seems to be the safest way for us to cycle and make sure that we don't get punished. I'm gonna go ahead, play my knight in the archers in the back there to cycle, and then he's gonna play a bowler in the back. Okay, let's go ahead and let's play the Evil Mortar, and I'm actually gonna let the Mortar tank that one archer to keep my archer alive, because that way I can kind of use that archer to help defend. Let's go ahead, let's get the knight in front of this, and then let's go ahead, let's log right there. We're gonna take out the P.E.K.K.A. and then let's just split our archers again. We want to be ready for him to have a push coming in. There's the balloon, so let's go ahead, let's pull that balloon into the middle, and we'll also distract the bowler, and then let's just cycle our skeletons right here, and then I think we'll be okay. That's going to be a pretty easy defense, and that kind of shows why you want to make sure you're splitting your archers every single time. And then I'm going to play my Evil Archers in the back there. He's going to start the Lumberjack in the back. He might try to stack up on this side, and so I'm going to hold on to that rocket there. Let's go ahead, let's tornado all of this together, and then that's going to be a beautiful rocket, so I'm just going to do that. Boom, that's going to get defended. Oh my gosh, that mini P.E.K.K.A. No way we just let that get on the tower. We sold by doing that. I didn't even see it there. So he's going to get some good damage, but I think that we should be okay. I'm just going to cycle my archers in the back again. He's probably going to try to do the exact same thing, which is completely okay. Let's go ahead, let's play the knight first here, and then let's just hold off. Let's wait and see what he does. I'm going to play the skeletons here, and then let's just keep kiting. Let's go ahead, let's get some more archers down here actually, and then let's go for the mortar, and then let's get a knight in front in case he tries to go for the bowler there. There's the bowler. Actually, that was kind of a bad way to play, to be honest with you guys. I probably shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Let's go ahead, let's play the Evo archers in the back here, and then let's just let all of that get taken out. He's going to go for the balloon there. Let's go ahead, let's play this right here, and then let's actually pull that balloon using the Evo Mortar. Lumberjack will get one hit on the tower, but that's okay. And then he'll kite the balloon pretty easily there. That's okay. Let's just go ahead and log. And then I think, honestly, I'm going to just hold off and try to rocket cycle in this matchup here. I think that's going to be the best bet. Let's cycle the knight here, and then I'm just going to play a defensive mortar. I think that's going to be our move now. We weren't doing it before just because sometimes, you know, a defensive mortar against a balloon doesn't really work out that well. But in this scenario, actually, I think we have to, because we have to stop that death damage from getting on. And then let's go ahead and let's get the knight down right here. And then let's just go ahead, and I'm tempted to rocket, to be honest with you guys. Let's play the Evo archers in the back first, and then let's go ahead, let's play the rocket. There's the mini P.E.K.K.A. So let's go ahead, let's do this, and then let's get the knight down first, and then let's get the mortar up high here to pull, and then let's just have that tornado ready. Let's go ahead and let's get some more archers down, and then let's just pull that balloon away from the tower, and then let's go ahead and get a knight down here. And then we are going to need another rocket on the tower, but let's go for the defensive mortar first. And then let's log here. We're going to need 2 rockets, or at least something close to that. But I think that, okay, that's going to pull. So let's go ahead. Let's get the skeletons down here first. And then let's go ahead and let's get the knight there. Oh my gosh, we just took some death damage. That is not good. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get the Evo archers up high here. And then we got 7, 6, 5. Okay, hold up. Let's go ahead. Let's get the rocket on the tower there. And then let's go ahead, let's log 931 against 950. Holy crap, that was such a close matchup. Let's give him a good game, and let's give him a good luck, and let's go on into the next one. Alright, you guys, for our last deck, I wanted to show you guys a Mortar Graveyard deck. Now, this isn't in the top 1000. This isn't a deck that you would necessarily see in the top 1000, but I know everybody loves to play Mortar Graveyard, and I want to show you guys a Mortar Graveyard deck. So we are going to play that off the start. It's looking like we're up against Expo here to start us off, which is going to be an interesting matchup, to say the least, but we do have the Skarmy here, so hopefully we can get some great value out of that. I'm just going to play the Dark Goblin just to take out that one archer, and just to kind of cycle, and then we can play the bats right here. The biggest thing with this deck, guys, is you want to make sure that you're not playing that graveyard too early. You want to make sure you're kind of saving it for the right time, and so I'm going to cycle my bar barrel there in a scenario like that. And then let's just go ahead, let's play the defensive mortar so that he can't go for an expo and kind of punish me. And then we're going to kind of wait and see what this guy has to offer here. He's going to cycle the Tesla in the back, so I'm actually going to cycle my Skarmy here. And then, alright, what am I thinking here? What do we want to do? He's going to log. Let's just cycle our Dark Goblin again. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to my Goblinstein for the Evo Skarmy, because that's kind of what makes this deck very strong. So he's going to use the E-Spirit as well. That's completely fine. Okay, and then let's just go ahead, let's cycle a bar barrel here, and then he's going to start the Evo Archers in the back, so I'm going to start my Goblinstein like this, and then let's go ahead and let's play the Skarmy behind the Goblinstein, and then he's going to play the defensive Expo. Okay, that's complete, that's okay. Let's wait for that Archer to lock on, and then I need the Expo to lock on to the Goblinstein there. There's the log, so let's go ahead, let's get the Dark Goblin down here first. That was really well played, honestly. I did not expect him to defend it like that. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let me think. What's the move? I'm going to hold on to my poison. I'm going to kind of just wait to play anything. Let's play the bats in the back here. And then let's cycle a bar barrel again, I guess. There's the Expo, so let's go ahead. Let's play the Goblinstein first. And then let's just wait. Let's go ahead. Let's play the Mortar onto this lane here, and then let's get a Dark Goblin on this side, and then I'm actually going to go for the Skarmy onto this side because he's going to have to log on the Goblinstein side. So that was really well played. And then let's go ahead. Let's play the Bar Barrel here. We do have the lock on tower, so I don't think he's going to be able to reset that because we forced him to use the E-Spirit on the Skarmy. And then let's go ahead. Let's play the Goblinstein in front of this, and so we're going to catch that Tesla. He's probably going to go for a Fireball if I had to guess. That's what I would do, but I don't know if that's actually going to work. I think we actually got him. I think we got the win. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys like these decks. Make sure you guys stay tuned because we got lots of great videos coming up, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.